Good afternoon, dear viewers, guests, and welcome to our conference about Simone de Beauvoir's book The Second Sex. Today we will delve into the world of feminist existentialism and discuss the relevance of de Beauvoir's ideas to today. Simone de Beauvoir's books upon realize cast a huge wave of negativity in her native country, since at the time such topics as lesbian sex, equality of men and women, and exclusion of the concept of otherness from society were completely wild. Otherness is a concept when the author uses it about how society sees and perceives people who differ from the accepted standard of norms. De Beauvoir explores how women feel themselves in others, despite the fact that they make up a significant part of the population. In this book, this relates to women and their position in society. She raises important questions about equality, self-determination, and freedom of choice that are still relevant in an era of struggle, gender equality, and respect for the rights of every person. We invite you to join our discussion and express your views and how de Beauvoir's ideas can inspire our action and change our understanding of gender relations of the modern world.
Hello everyone, my name is and I'm the editor of the book of the Second Sex book of the Simone de Beauvoir, and now I want to tell you about the history of this book. And first of all, Simone de Beauvoir is the great thinker of 20th century and whose work, The Second Sex, has become the cornerstone of feminist theory, and her concept of otherness raised important questions about the social construction of gender and patriarchal system. And also Simone de Beauvoir started her book with the simple question, first of all, what is a woman? Women are not born women, but they become them under the influence of society and culture. And also she critiques the traditional view where men are seen as the default human experience, while women are defined in relation to men. Simone de Beauvoir suggests that there are biological differences between women and men due to the reproductive role of women. However, this alone does not explain why women are marginalized all over the world. On the contrary, Beauvoir argues that a woman's body alone is not enough to define her, and biology can serve as a basis for and justify the oppression of women, but it is society that defines what it means to be a woman, and it is what oppresses women.
Guys, my name is Atiba and I'm a sociologist in Almaty City. Like 2 years ago, I read the book The Second Sex of the Simone de Beauvoir. Now I want to talk about this book and about education. Like 2 years ago, I was very impressed because they also describes how education gives the woman like self-independence, like critical thinking and so on. After this book, I was like, I want to read a lot of books and so on, because in these books, like education gives the woman like free to rule, to break the rules, like to be free from the stereotypes and to be free from the woman, from the man and the society. As it also describes how education gives women the tools for self-discovery, critical thinking and independence. The education process becomes a path for them to break the rules from the stereotypes and the established roles, allowing them to develop their own potential and to make their own contribution to society.
My name is and I'm a book reader. My opinion differs from other participants. I think the Beauvoir's ideas are too radical and do not take into account the diversity of women's experiences and points of view. Also, her approach is too simplistic or even hostile to certain aspects of female identity. Simone de Beauvoir ignores the biological differences between men and women, focusing solely on the social aspects of gender discrimination. Biology plays a more significant role than her work recognizes. In addition, it seems to me that de Beauvoir's works are too outdated and do not adapt to modern reality. Since her publications, society has changed so much that her ideas are not applicable at the present time. There are contradictions in her book. Her work itself affirms gender stereotypes, even if she criticizes them. For example, her idea of a woman becoming a woman may in itself confirm the gender roles she's trying to refute.
So, my name is Askar, I am human rights activist, and now I would like to add a little about the relevance of her ideas. De Beauvoir advocated for the liberation of women from social restrictions and the stereotypes in the field of sexuality. In today's world, the struggle for the right to sexual self-determination and the control over one's body continues, including issues of sexual violence, reproductive rights, and the rights of the LGBT community. De Beauvoir not only analyzed gender relations, but also understood the relationship with other forms of discriminations, such as racism and classism. Today, feminist movements increasingly embrace an intersectional approach that considers multiple dimensions of identity and discrimination.
Hello, my name is Hanshayum, and I have a question. How do you think the book can be successfully marketed and reach new readers?
First of all, of course, marketing on social networks like Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, etc. I know that many people now are supporting the problem of gender inequality. So I think that this book will spread quickly among young people. The second, maybe I would like to introduce this book to universities and colleges uh, because it's important to students read this book and be being interested in this topic, maybe on philosophy lessons. Yeah, and I know that on YouTube now trends like podcasts and interviews. So I think thus we will introduce more audience. The last one, maybe about female influencers on Instagram and different platforms. I hope and I think that they will be happily accept the offer to advise my book about the feminist philosophy because it's important to us.
Hello, my name is your son. I have a question to you too. What aspects of the characters or plot would you like to see more developed or in depth?
About the main aspects, the book provides an answer to the most important question: what is a woman? Nowadays, women are still defined by her relationships with men, and the main aspect that the humanity is masculine, and the man defines a woman, and woman not an autonomous being. If we will connect with history, women have never occupied the privileged spaces, even in matriarchy, and they're always being depend on men. And the book describes how the Christianity uh, worsened the status of women and the attitude towards women in Christianity worldview. And I want to say that we are not born a woman, we are become them.
My name is Dmitry. What aspects and themes in the book do you consider most significant and relevant for today's readers?
Thank you for your question. So, I think the main audience of this book, of my book, is of course females, because my book touches the problem of all women, and since it's declared like the book, like a book of the feminist philosophy, I believe that the 90% of the audience is female, and I myself advise women to read this book and think about what makes them being a woman. And if we are going to talk about the ages, when the girl starts growing and thinking about the gender inequality, about feminism, LGBT, and etc. It's of course it's around the 13, 14, maybe 15 years old and onwards. So I think this is my main audience.
This book, Second Sex of the Simone de Beauvoir, taught me to be first of all a person in society and then only a woman. She also motivated me to defend my rights and develop my strengths.
Feminism is a desire to liberate women from the shackles of traditional roles and the opportunities to express themselves to the fullest extent of their essence. Simone de Beauvoir.